What's going on, guys? So today we got the B1B, the B1 bomber, the B1 bone. Everybody loves it. It's fantastic. Always wanted to make one, but I wasn't really ready until now. I always say that with all my designs, but there's a reason. This one is big. I don't know if you guys can see the scale of this guy. It's like almost 4 feet long. It's twin 50. So it is not the standard twin 40 like I normally do. I wanted to make it a little bit bigger because it needs the thrust. X-Fly makes a twin 70, and it's a good flying plane. When you get it dialed in, that thing flies really well. I have not flown one, but obviously watched Two Brothers RC fly theirs, and I know it's a good flyer. Has some issues with the CG when the wing sweeps, so it has weights on the end of the wings to counter, and I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to get into that. I want to make a static wing, a fixed wing first. So what I did was I chose, like, this is kind of like the mid to in between mid and back position, the delta. That's kind of what I would imagine I would like to fly this thing at if I had to fly one. So yeah, it's all ready to go right now, guys. I'm really stalling because I'm nervous about this. There's a number of reasons why I'm stalling. The CG on this is very complicated. I know where the CG is supposed to be when the wings are out. That's pretty easy. It's right around this general area. And the thing is when the wings are back, I'm not sure. I looked at the X-Fly manual for theirs, and that's where they have their CG. But does that change when the wings swing back? Because the wings have weights in the ends, and when that swings back, that's going to bring the weight back. So does that mean my CG needs to be further back? I am not exactly sure. So I'm running a tiny battery for a twin 50, a 1500, believe it or not. I'm supposed to be running like a 2400. My CG is right in front of that line right there. So that's where my CG ended up. Thrust does not feel good with these scale-ish intakes. So I had to cut some cheaters into the bottom right there. Some X-Acto Nactas. And I have a hand launcher here. So the hand launcher is going to provide, hopefully, enough get up and go to get it going. So I have it on safe mode to throw this thing, and I am really delaying right now, guys. I don't want to. This is going to be a big cleanup on aisle 5. I'm delaying. So, like, the question is, how much lift does the front fuselage provide? I know that the mid fuselage in this area, I know that's going to provide lift. I know 100%. So I think that is one of the reasons why the CG is so far forward. When you look at this, if you do this CG calculation in like a flying wing calculator, it puts it like literally back here. My CG is up here. I'm guessing that there is enough lift created by the little tiny canards, which is barely anything, but it's something, and the front fuse. So I'm delaying. I don't want to crash in front of anybody right now. I don't think anybody's watching. So I have a bag in the car for cleanup on aisle 5 from the bone. No wind, good conditions. All right, guys, let's just chuck it. Let's just do this. All right, now it's pushing. Okay. Let me give it a little bit of up trim. Ready? No shot. Why did I say that? Oh my goodness. No way. I did not give this any chance, guys. I gave it 0 chance. I gave it zero chance to fly. And it's flying great. Look at this thing. Oh. Oh man, you guys have been asking for a twin 50 and it's got the punch. It felt weak last night, so I cut the cheater holes, and I'm glad I did, because I'd be a little concerned about the initial launch without that. But holy crap, this thing flies good. Whoa, on the 1500. I'm gonna have no time on this thing, guys. Oh yeah, I got to bring this in like next circuit, because I'm on a 1500. I can run the 24 now, I would imagine. I'm gonna run a 1500 a little bit forward of where this one is, and then I can't get over this. Look at the bone. What a silhouette. What a menacing silhouette, guys. This is like American Air Power like 101 for you fans out there. The thing is just a nasty monster. It takes off from like the middle of our country, goes to the other side of the country, drops a ton of huge ordnance, and then flies all the way back with a crew of like 3 or 4. Bonkers. All right, let me bring it in. All right, I gave it lots of runway. Lots of runway here. Let's see what we got. I think the CG is like perfect. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, guys. Oh, I screwed up. I brought it in too hot. Oh, I crumpled the freaking tail. Oh, and the wing. Damn it. Oh, but it flew so good. Oh, damn. This is, okay. Look, I don't think I'm going to be able to fix that, guys. I don't think I'm going to be able to fix it. Let me just do a quick damage assessment. There's no way I'm going to be able to fix this wing. Ah, the wing's done. Maybe. Actually, you know what? I have some thick CA. You know what? Let me give it a shot. There's a very slim chance I'm going to be able to fix this, guys. Let me see. It literally folded. It still works. Let me give it a shot. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. I did fix it. I fixed the vertical stab. That was actually the easy part. I did that at the field. The problem with this was that's a wing brake, and the carbon spar goes to right here. So that actually shows me I need to bring the spar probably almost to that joint there. So I used the old popsicles on the underside. Guys, I don't know if this is going to hold or not. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to fly it hard. I'm going to fly it easy, if that makes sense. And yeah. So let's get her up. Make sure everything's working here. Yep. Okay. All right. Let's just throw it. Hopefully she flies as well as she does the first time. Ready? Let's do it. Good. Flying awesome. Now, the question is, I got to take it off of safe, and it flies good. Flies perfect. Actually, it flies better. It flies better off of safe. Oh God, the wing. I can see it. I can see the wing bending, guys. I had to fly it off of safe because I needed to make sure that it was gonna fly good either way. All right, so I definitely need the CG back 100%, a little bit. I don't want to clean this thing up, guys. Let's get a close pass here. I can see the wing flexing a little tiny little bit. Good landing. All right, that was good. I should check the wing real quick. And yeah, that's the one that was flexing. It was flexing for sure. Okay. Well, the good thing is that it's got plenty of power. It flies great. It's the B1B. I should be more excited. The bummer with what I do, guys, making a lot of planes like this, is something so cool like this, I get this little bit desensitized to everything. And I wish this wasn't the case, because this is so cool. I mean, it's just like one of my favorite all-time planes. I got to flying awesome, and it's like I just make so many planes and like so much crazy stuff. 383. I'm gonna throw it up one more time with more tail weight here, as far back as I can get it. There we go. I'm gonna do like one circuit. All right. I don't even need safe. Just gonna launch it. Okay. This is like, it literally flies like a beginner, like a trainer. I'm not even kidding. All right, ready? Oh, hold on. Let me check where the balance is right now. Final CG. One finger behind the bumps that I already have. Guys, that's pretty impressive that I was able to calculate that. One fingertip away from, ooh. What the hell's in there? Grass? Shit. Sorry for the language. Cool. Sorry, kids. Something's not right here. Hold on a second. Did it eat something? Did it eat some grass? It may have. Yeah, that definitely has something in it. But it's not, All right, let's see. That is zero stabilization right there. Like zero. And that is where it wants to be. Holy crap, that's so cool. Holy crap. All right, I gotta bring it in. I just wanted to do one more quick one. Nice, dude. That is awesome. Okay, B1B in the books. Let me see really quick. You know what? I don't want to chance it. I don't have time to clean up a mess. I have a 2400 capacity 2000 SMC Racing, and I'm so tempted to just throw it as far back as possible and see how it balances. Oh man, you know what? But the extra weight could be what does me in on the. Oh, that thing is really hot. That could be what does me in on the. What do you call it? On the weight on the wing. Let's just see. Let's just plug it in. You know I'm gonna end up throwing it. I really don't want to do this. Let me see how far I can get this thing back. All right. Come on. There we go. So the canopy is going to have to be printed really light. And I am going to have you print things. Oh, wow. Same weight. No way. Okay. All right. I told you I was going to chuck it. I should have more power now, too. Because it's got more capacity. So more static power. All right, let's see. Guys, this is such an easy plane to fly. I am scared. because it got too much weight for a broken wing. I am definitely going to be lengthening the spar. What a good flyer though. Look at that thing. Look at that bone. Oh, I'm so glad. Even if it crashes right now, just cruising around with a 2000, knowing I could fly this for 5 minutes. Show pass. Wow, guys. All right, one more circuit. Such a good flyer. Oh God, please don't break wing. I'm just watching it like it's gonna break any second. Oh, it held on. All right, come on, baby. Bring it in. Yes, okay. Oh, that's so cool. All right, I'm happy. I got a bunch of flights in. I got to feel what this thing is like. The B1B. Wow. The B1B, guys. Look at that. So sick. All right, I got to go back to work. This was a lot of fun. Designing it. It was just like, this is a complex bird, guys. This is not a simple one to design. The twin 50s, trying to make them fit in there. Oh, and good luck getting it to swing wing. This is as heavy as you'd want it. And look, there's a reason why I do a lot of things that I do. So many designers make their planes so heavy that half of the people will never be able to fly it. Unless you're super good at throwing and catching it right after you toss it. These guys are making them so overly complex with all these pieces and parts and things. And it's really not the way to go. You can have so much enjoyment with a fixed wing B1B like this. You have the look, and you have the wing in the position that's going to be most desirable to fly. It's just the cruise, the tighter turns, things like that. It's just a lot of fun, and I wouldn't want it any heavier. Honestly, it flies best on the 15 to 1800 is what you're going to want, a 15 to 1800. You can run a 2200. You just got to, stick your hand back there. What I'm going to do, okay, so note to self, move the CG bumps back a ½ inch. I'm going to extend the carbon tubes a little bit further so you don't have a broken wing issue if you cartwheel. And what else do I want to do? Oh yeah, hatch. So I can bring this part of the hatch forward to here, which is actually, you know what? Yeah, I could. No, I'm going to leave the hatch the way that it is, but I'm going to give myself another 2 inches or so of room to get the battery and stuff. So yeah, all right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. This was a fun one, a lot of fun. What an iconic looking plane. This is just like, the control surfaces are perfect. You can't overthrow them. That's one thing I've been working on is people always ask me, what throws do you use? What throws? It's a lot of personal preference. Like, do you want it to be like a trainer, or do you want it to be like a mid flyer, or like a, an expert type plane? So I usually use a lot of high rate stuff, but this is not an aerobatic plane. This is going to just be like it is in real life, the bomber. It's not going to be doing stunts. You could probably do rolls, no problem. I should have tried to roll before I, broke the wing before, but anyway, well, thanks for watching, guys. I want to try and keep this a little bit shorter, and I will see you on the next one.